Honolulu, the heart of paradise, is known for its breathtaking beaches and vibrant culture. But beneath the beauty of all lies a harsh reality. Hawaii has the highest per capita rate of homelessness in the United States. On any given night, thousands of individuals and families face the struggle of living without a home. Homelessness is not just a personal crisis, it's a social issue deeply rooted in economic inequality, systematic failures, and cultural disconnection. For Native Hawaiians, this crisis is further compounded by the lingering effects of the loss of ancestral lands, high living costs, and gentrification. My name is George Ishigoka, and for the past several weeks, I have accumulated nearly 100 hours of volunteering with River of Life Mission in Honolulu, an organization dedicated to providing food, religious education, basic services, and hope to the homeless community. Through this project, I've explored the sociological framework that helps us understand homelessness, the unique challenges Hawaii faces, and the ways we can advocate for meaningful change. Coming from Tokyo, Japan, I rarely see any homeless individuals. One will only see a handful of homeless in the busiest stations such as Shibuya or Shinjuku. When I first started living in Honolulu 4 months ago, I was incredibly curious as to why the homeless population was so high. This led me to write about homelessness for my final project. In terms of the macro analysis, the United States Department of Housing and Urban Development, HUD, released a report based on a detailed homeless count in 2022. It was revealed that 1.6 million people in the United States were homeless, which reflected an increase of 19% in 1 year. According to Matthew Atkins, an expert conducting a statistical study of the homelessness population in the U.S., 6 in 10 individuals without housing would receive temporary shelters and emergency services. The remaining 40% were left in conditions deemed unfit for habitation, such as sidewalks, bus stations, empty buildings, or abandoned vehicles. In terms of Hawaii, the HUD's 2023 Annual Homelessness Assessment Report stated that the state had the highest percentage of people experiencing chronic homelessness and living without shelter. On a single night in January 2023, more than 76% of the people without homes counted on the streets, parks, or vehicles, the highest in the country, followed by California and Oregon. In terms of Honolulu, CNBC released a ranking for the most expensive cities to live in. Honolulu ranked second, just after New York. Similar to the Meso situation, the combination of a lack of affordable housing and high living costs contribute to the city's homelessness crisis. To understand homelessness in Hawaii, we can analyze it through 3 key sociological perspectives: functionalism, conflict theory, and interactionism, each offering unique insights. From a functionalist perspective, homelessness represents a dysfunction. It disrupts societal stability by occupying public spaces and limiting access for others. Yet, it also serves as a latent function by drawing attention to systematic issues like housing inequality and uniting communities to provide aid. The conflict theory highlights the tension between social classes. In Hawaii, gentrification displaces low-income families, contributing to homelessness. This dynamic fuels prejudice, especially against Native Hawaiians, who face systematic barriers and are often unfairly blamed for economic challenges. The interactionist perspective focuses on the lived experience of homeless individuals. Homelessness reflects anomie, a sense of normlessness caused by rapid social and economic changes, such as rising housing costs. It's also labeled as a deviance, violating societal expectations where conformity is valued. This labeling leads to social stigma, like the false assumption that homelessness stems from laziness. Consequently, many feel alienated, disconnection from societal support systems. Compounding this issue is the lack of life chances, such as affordable housing or stable employment, which traps individuals in a cycle of poverty. These perspectives illustrate that homelessness is not just an individual crisis, but a societal challenge requiring multifaceted solutions. My research focuses on 2 key questions. What are the main causes of homelessness for Native Hawaiians compared to people from the mainland? And how do Native Hawaiians see the impact of colonization and land loss on homelessness today? Based on these questions, my hypothesis is if affordable housing and culturally sensitive support programs are not developed, then homelessness will continue to rise in Oahu. To explore these issues, I used an ethnographic approach. I volunteered at the River of Life mission that served the community since 1987. While volunteering, I prepared meals, restocked supplies, and observed how the team helps those in need. I also conducted interviews with 3 key staff members: Hilda Gibson, the food service director, Jeremy Shimabukuro from operations, and Chervil Gardner, the manager. Their insights provided a deeper understanding of the cause of homelessness and the strategies being used to address it in Hawaii.
The homelessness in Hawaii is just many different groups of people. It's not just like homeless, but you have like your veterans, your vets. You have those who are maybe dealing with drug issues. There's also people who just can't make rent and they may be homeless for a season. The one that's unique to me is those who are houseless and are Hawaiian. They choose to live on the land instead of in a home. They choose to live on the beach.
There is housing here. There isn't very much housing run by the Housing Urban Development. There's Hawaiian homes. If we're talking about Hawaiian people applying, they have to have X amount of percentage of Hawaiian and be able to apply for Hawaiian homes. Public housing is not always available. You get on the list, and then you have to wait until someone moves out to be able to move into that public housing.
Get more social workers out there to help the mental ill. Get more programs in there to get the people out of addiction, because addiction is a sickness. I was an addict and an ice addict, and I started with glue. I started drinking. I did everything. I sniffed gas. I did pills. I was angry. Because of my childhood. So the damage is over here. So now what can we do here? I think the only thing we can do here is get affordable houses, get social workers out there more than once a month, because they cut back, and get people back on their meds, and get the programs here to help with medical care, our medical needs for better health.
In this journey, I've explored the complex issue of homelessness in Hawaii, a crisis shaped by high living costs, systematic inequality, and cultural challenges. Through volunteering at the River of Life mission, I witnessed the resilience of those affected and the dedication of those working to make a difference. My findings confirm the hypothesis: if affordable housing and culturally sensitive support programs are not developed, homelessness will continue to rise in Oahu. Addressing this issue requires action at all levels. At the micro level, we need more transitional housing and mental health services to provide immediate relief. At the meso level, Hawaii must create programs that respect and integrate Native Hawaiian values like ohana and community. At the macro level, federal policies must address housing affordability and systematic inequality across the nation. We all have a role to play in this effort, whether it's volunteering with local organizations, advocating for fair housing policies, or simply challenging the stigma around homelessness. Your action can make a difference.